I'm making a video because when I was looking to buy this amp, I couldn't find any really good videos. Carlsbro, made in Nottingham. It's called a CS60 TC. At the moment in the video, I've got it jumped like a Marshall. It's a high channel and a low channel, and the low one's very dark and the high one's very bright. There is also like a voxy kind of top cut, which I find very useful. If you're just going straight into that high channel, it can get very harsh. And also, if you're wanting it to be very spanky and clean, turn the amp right down onto about 2. It's very clean and it can be very spanky. It's quite versatile. So it's a very loud amp, 60 watts. I used it live twice now with my band, and the headroom on it is incredible. On the proper club gig, I only used it on about 3 because it was they were saying it's too loud already. Whereas on my deluxe, which is 22 watts, I would have been using it on about 4.5. And that at that point, the deluxe is breaking up when you put a pedal into it, or if you hit it hard with the Les Paul. With the CS60 deluxe, CS60, sorry, you it's just like headroom for days. To run volume on 10 with a boost pedal. You wouldn't need to run your volume on 10, which is great if you like that thing. It's my first experience with a higher wattage, higher headroom, higher wattage amp. I used it with the 212 Marshall cab. It's just a 1936 with, I think it's with the 60 watt speakers in it. Sounds very good with that. It's quite a standard thing. I think the original Carlsbro amps came with Fanes. I've been looking at getting a 412 of that, but you know, whenever we can, we will. So if you actually look up Carlsbro, they were around before Marshall, and they were founded in 1959, and they're actually putting amps into Marshall, Jim Marshall's shop before Marshall was even a thing. This one was made up in Nottingham, which is just up the road from where I live. I actually bought this one that said that the previous owner said it was up in a studio up in Scotland, at the top of Scotland, in a studio there. So I brought it back to where it was built, almost near where it was built, and I'm playing it around Leicestershire at the moment. And if you look at Carlsbro nowadays, it's not the same brand, not the same company as what it once was, which is a bit of a shame. They been sold to a Chinese conglomerate company, and they just seem to be making loads of practice amps basically now. Which, you know, is fair enough. It's what you got to keep evolving, but it would be nice to see Carlsbro be revived, and these quality amps be made again. Because this amp, from what I can tell, from what people have said online and what I can find out, is it's a little bit of a mix between a high watt and a Marshall, and it's got similar transformers in the back, of it, to what a Marshall would have had in the 60s. And this, I think, is a 1970, and I think it used to have different knobs on there. It used to have different colours on there, and that's just the way it is.